Hi and welcome back to another video. Today's video is on Alice in the Country of Manga review. So this one is the Country of Hearts, but there's other countries. So this story is somewhat confusing unless you read all the books, so I'll try my best to explain it. So there are two types of characters in this Wonderland place. The no face and the face. The face people, they have roles like Queen of Heart, Peter Rabbit or the White Rabbit, Ace, and then the no face, which are pretty much common people, but they all look the same, and you can only differentiate them from each other by the outfits they wear. So if they work for the Queen of Hearts, they have a Queen of Heart outfit. If they work for the Mad Hatter, they have the Mad Hatter outfits, and so on. So Alice is considered an outsider in this world, and that's because she has a heart. Everyone else, they have a clock instead of a heart, and when they die, their body disappears, and what's left behind is a broken clock. And the clock gets repaired, and a new person is born. So it doesn't retain the memory of the previous person, and it's a whole new person. So for Alice, there's nobody that can repair a heart, so if she dies, she pretty much is gone for good. So also in this world, since death is so common that they just like to kill each other, and they think life is meaningless, and they just do what they're supposed to do. So for example, Vivaldi, the Queen of Hearts, she just execute people because that is her role. She doesn't really like to do it, but that is her role, and she has to perform her role, or she will have terrible consequences. So the other thing is, even people with faces can die. So Vivaldi originally didn't have a face. She was a common girl, and one day she gained a face. Some people from the Queen of Hearts palace showed up and said that she's the next Queen of Hearts. So now we go with the story. So Alice, so you have to kind of read all the books to kind of know what's going on, but basically she has a little sister and an older sister, and her mom died, so her father buried himself in work to support the family. So her older sister mostly takes care of her and her other sister, so she really enjoys her time with her older sister. And she did fall in love with a guy, but the guy is a tutor, and he pretty much is with her only because he wanted to see her older sister. So when her older sister died, he kind of left her, so she ends up in a state of depression. And I think she's in a state of shock too, so she starts dreaming of her time with her sister, and so she's pretty much in a dream world. And then a white rabbit, in this case Peter Rabbit, he picks her up, throws her through a hole. He throws her through a hole, and she ends up in another world within the dream. So there is a lot of characters. Mainly, I think there's 12 of them, because a clock has 12 numbers, 1 through 12, and each of them represent a time with her. So Peter Rabbit is 3 o'clock. So her time with him at 3 o'clock is her time with her sister at 3 o'clock. So he is her sister's time. So anyways, the goal for Alice she's trying to get back to her real world. She doesn't remember what happened in her real life, so she's just trying to go home, and Peter Rabbit is trying to keep her here, and everyone else is trying to, I guess, spend time with her in the most weirdest way. So yeah, we have Queen of Hearts, Peter the White Rabbit, Ace, which is the Knight of Knaves, and we also have Tweedledee, Tweedledum, Blood Dupre, which is the Mad Hatter, and he's my favorite character, Elliot the March Hare. We also have Joker. This is Lorena, I think, that's her older sister. This is Nightmare. He is a caterpillar. Oh, that's Peter Rabbit when he turns back into a rabbit. And then we have Mary Goldland from I don't even know what he is, but yeah. And there's Julius, who works at the clock tower, and Boris the Cheshire Cat. So the art is very nice. This is Blood Dupre. I really love him. He's my most favorite character. Yeah, he is. So she starts off in the Country of Heart, and this is a 6-book manga. It's in an omnibus, so this is like 3 books. And she pretty much tries to understand this world. And by the way, Blood Dupre, which is the Mad Hatter, he looks exactly like her ex. So they have different lands. They have four lands: the clock tower where Julius works, the Heart Castle, which where the Queen of Hearts is, the Hatter's Mansion, and the amusement park. So she goes around and she finds how crazy this world is. Like, everyone is either trying to kill each other or just trying to shoot each other, pretty much. And yeah, here's a picture here where she's like, no violence. This is the dodo, or the gravekeeper. But yeah, it's just really, really interesting. And she's trying to teach him life is worth living, and she's trying to teach him not to kill, and that she would miss them if they die, etc., etc. So eventually she finds out about her heart and everyone having a clock, and that's why everyone just likes killing each other. And the reason why they try to kill each other is to gain more territory. Whoever gains the most territory wins. That's the game. So yeah, she's trying to get them to get along somehow. By the end of the book, she did try to go back to her real life, which actually is a dream. But Blood Dupre, the Mad Hatter, he pretty much throws her back into the rabbit hole, and it starts all over. So this manga is based off a game. It's an otome game where, yeah, one girl, a bunch of guys, and depending on who you spend time with, you end up with them. And they do have mangas of each of the characters. So here's Julius, the clock tower. So here's the clockmaker's story. Here's the March Hare. And you notice they have different artists, so the artwork is always different depending on who's drawing. Some of the art looks more, I guess, mature, and some of them is cartoony. But yeah, these are just some fun spin-offs to read. And when she ended up in the Country of Clover, she moved, but some characters disappeared. Some characters came in, like I guess the Dormouse, but the Julius from the clock tower disappeared. But when she moved to Clover, they all still retain their memories of her. Like in the Country of Hearts Nightmare, she can only see him in her dream. But in the Country of Clover, he has a physical body that she can touch and see. And I think her final country that she ends up in is the Country of Diamonds. So the Country of Diamond, they only made one light novel, and so there was no manga of it, which is kind of terrible, but they do have some art in it, and then I really like the dodo bird, the gravekeeper. He's just funny. I like him. Next to Blood Dupre, the gravekeeper is my second favorite character. Yeah, so there is some art in here. So when she moved to the Country of Diamond, Blood Dupre does not, actually all of the characters do not remember her. Blood Dupre is actually younger. There is no Queen of Heart. There is the Queen of Diamond, I think. Yeah, the Queen of Diamond, Crystal. And there's a black rabbit, and it's just a completely different story, but it still has all the same craziness. So here, she knows everything about him, but he doesn't know anything about her. So yeah, it's kind of interesting because he is a mafia boss, so dealing with a mafia boss is kind of dangerous. But at the end of the book, obviously with the cover, she ends up with Blood Dupre again. So honestly, my favorite book is probably my favorite ones are Alice in the Country of Joker, and this one I think has the most information about what's going on in this story. So this is a 7-book story. So next to that one. I think this is like the original end or the true ending. For me, it's the true ending. So yeah, she ends up getting married to Blood Dupre, and she savors her time in the Hatter's mansion. She did realize what happened to her sister, and she understands her sin, and she decides to stay in this world. There is a movie which I think makes no sense, but it's just fun to watch, just to learn about the story a little bit and to see the fun characters, I guess. So yeah, this is actually one of my favorite top mangas to read. I used to pre-order all the books. Unfortunately, Quinn Rose filed bankruptcy, so they no longer make the game or produce any more books, but I'm glad at least this book is done, so I know what happens. Overall, it's a very fun read. I do enjoy all the different art style and trying to figure out the story. I wish they did continue it and finish all the other books, because I had 5 pre-ordered before they filed bankruptcy, so I never got to get those books. And some of the books I do have, they don't have an ending because they didn't release the books. But yeah, if you want to give this a try, go ahead and try and watch the movie first, and then I think the movie sucks, honestly, because the art is so much better in the books. But yeah, and give this manga a try. Well, hope you liked this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!